Hi friends, I have another craft for you today. Today we are making tissue paper flowers. Isn't this the cutest thing? So cute, pretty easy. Just a couple of supplies that you need. We need a pipe cleaner and tissue paper. So this one is about 8 inches in diameter. So you need 12 pieces of tissue paper, but that's what I'm doing. So I have cut 12 pieces of paper and into about 8 inches wide. And then we're going to fold it back and forth like a paper fan and an accordion, and around an inch to make a flower that looks similar to this one. So we're just going to fold back and forth about an inch thick. Like so. So you can measure it if you want. I didn't on either one of these. That's whatever you want to do. And my sizes aren't exact. We're trimming the ends. So get a good pair of scissors. There we go. Because we are going to cut a notch in both sides right here, like a little V, so we can tie it with our pipe cleaner. So I'm just going to try to cut a little notch, just a little V. And what you might need to do is separate the paper a little bit to get in there, unless you got some really good scissors. Mine are okay, not terrible. I've definitely had worse. So I got one little notch. I'm going to go on the other side and do the same thing. And you can make a bigger notch if you want to tie this up closer. My scissors are just not fantastic. Pull these out. All this stuff's going to be hidden on the inside of your flower. Alright, you little notches. Guess I will have to separate mine. Pull these out. 1, 2, 2 more. All right, now we got it. Ta-da! 2 notches on the top and the bottom. So let me clean my workspace a little bit. All right, so then you grab your pipe cleaner and you tie it across. And we're going to twist it on one side. And then, so I don't know what you're going to do with your flower. You could have not doubled this and used an end and had a long stem. I'm not sure what you're going to do with yours. I had mine doubled, and at the end I'm going to tie this together. Sort of like I did with this one. Had a little loop. Makes a stand for me. So now you just fan out like this. See how it meets? You are going to take one layer at a time. So we have 12 sheets, so there's going to be 12 layers. And you are going to pull them up to the middle like this. Kind of firm. You want to pull it up as much as you can because we're going to make a nice fluffy flower. Kind of firm, but this is tissue paper, so it's fragile, right? You might rip it in a few places. I ripped this one in a few places. You're not gonna notice. So that's one layer. I'm just gonna keep going around. And you'll get the hang of it and get a feel for how much to pull once you get started. And we're just going to keep going around and around and around until we get them all up there. So let me tell you how I cut the tissue paper. You know, the tissue paper, it's, you can sometimes get from like Dollar Tree. It's a smaller size of tissue paper. Like the sheet's not as long. These guys, I think, were donated to the center, and they were the nice full size. So, when I measured it out, I put it, I unwrapped my tissue paper like this, and I measured 8 inches, 8 inches, 8 inches, and had a little left over. So, it was horizontal like this, and I was able to use 4 sheets of tissue paper and layer them up. I've got a few different colors. And then I just measured 8 inches, 8 inches, 8 inches, and cut straight up and had just a little left over. And so this flower is made out of 4 sheets of tissue paper just cut into my 8 inches. Because I have 12 sheets. Hook your tracker with that. Once I cut it 3 times, 3 sacks of 4 is 12. 4, 8, 12. So that's how I ended up with 12. So I'm finished with my yellow. Now I'm into some light blue. You have all kinds of options with this. You know what I didn't do? I did not trim my sides. So I'm going to trim them now. Okay, while it's folded, I wanted to trim my sides so they're even on the outside. I mean, you know, so they're nice and smooth. I forgot, so you don't forget, okay? When it's folded like an accordion, trim your sides so it's a smooth, rounded side. And then I'm gonna trim my yellow while it's up here already fluffed. Goodness gracious. Silly me. What I'm trying to do is make petals. It'll work out. Don't worry. Don't stress. Okay. So I have, when it's accordion, pretend this is my accordion. Round the edges. That's all. Now, I'll go back to the point I was making. Oh, if you cut the edges in different ways, you will make different flowers. So I believe this one kind of looks like a peony. And I did rounded my edges first so I didn't have square edges on my fan before I pulled these up. But if you pointed them, if you made points out of them, it could make more of a dahlia and a daisy. If we had a thicker fold instead of an inch, if we had a thicker fold, maybe, I don't know, 1.5 inches or maybe not quite that big, you would have a peony. So if you're interested in making those different styles of flowers, just look it up. You can search that on Pinterest and it'll help you see how you can make a rose or how you can make a dahlia or a daisy with just little tweaks of how you want to round or point or whatever the ends of your fan. Here's another trick too. See how I have yellow in the center? If I wanted to make it kind of look like a flower that's got the yellow, I don't even know what they are, but the yellow in the middle that's got the, I don't remember science, but little stems on the inside. You could take your yellow sheets on the inside, maybe 2. Say this one had 3, but say you take those and you cut them shorter. These are 8 inches, so you pull them out of your fan and cut them just a little shorter. And then once you cut them a little shorter, fray them, like make little cuts in the ends of your fan of the yellow. Make a fringe out of it. Then lay it back inside of your accordion and fold it back up. And then the inside part is going to be shorter and fringe out and kind of stick up like the inside of some flowers. Kind of makes like a pom-pom. You know, if you're making your own pom-pom. Putting the little fringes on the end. It's cool. Take my word for it. Try it. We're almost finished, people. See how it's getting thicker and thicker as I'm going one layer at a time. And also, if you're noticing, as I'm going one layer at a time, at the very beginning, the yellow ones, I was able to fold it like almost all the way up. Obviously, I can't do that anymore because there's all this puff in the middle. So, you just pull it up as tight as you can. And keep going around and around and around. I'm almost out of the white. See, I told you that's my first rip. That's pretty good. I'm almost finished with this. I just got one rip. Alright, one more layer of white. And then I'm into this pretty dark blue. So I flattened this on purpose on the bottom side because I wanted to put it up against a wall. Using it for a decoration. But you will fluff this whole thing after we're finished and use it for what you want to do. Again, this is 8 inches. You can make them any size you want. You can make them a lot smaller and use the stem and put them in a vase. They don't have to be a wall decoration. We're almost finished. Look at this blue. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to get rid of that little piece. There we go. Still pulling out. Harder as you get to the bottom, but because you can't fluff out quite as much. But still, one sheet at a time, one layer at a time. Alright, where's the beginning of this? My next to last sheet. Separating my last 2 pieces. And then I'm taking my last one and fluffing it up. Look how cute. Isn't that adorable? That's awesome. I got a square point I want off of there. Other than that, I think it turned out great. Ooh, I on purpose put this white in between. I wanted to see what that looked like. I love that. And there are our tissue paper flowers. So cute. Mix it up a little bit, change your sizes, maybe look it up and make some points on the end. You can make yourself a daisy or a dahlia. And that's it. So cute. Didn't take very long. Pretty easy, don't you think? Something you can do at home. I hope you try it. And we'll see you next time. Bye.